Okay, so before we started this podcast, what did you ask us about two phones?
I said...
And he's trying to be quiet now.
No, I...
Say it the way you said it.
I said, if a dude have two phones, is he tricky? Is he doing something that he's not supposed to be doing?
Okay.
Well, a guy can have no phones and be doing some shit he ain't got no
and he's still treating it. He's still out here treating it like Halloween.
I don't care from the poorest of the poorest to the richest of the richest.
Yeah, no,
y'all. If there's a will, there's a way.
Y'all still treat it like Halloween.
So do you bring both those phones in the house
with y'all?
What if you? Okay, so if you bring,
you didn't answer the question.
Yeah,
I got a story. I got a story time.
You do bring both phones in the house, but if you
are
bring
they
both
turned
phones
on? Are they both turned
or
on?
Or is one always dead? Like damn, phone dead.
Knowing it's an outlet in every corner.
The way that women think. Let
me tell you what I did. One time I did right. So my ex-boyfriend. We had went out the night before, right? I didn't even know he had this second phone, right?
Right.
And his friend left his food in his car. So he called me like, hey, could you go in the roads and get the food and stuff on the back seat? I don't want it to have my car stinking. So when I got in the car, I seen the extra phone, right? It was like in the side of the side of the thing, right? So I was like, okay, motherfucker, I got something for you. So what I did was, because he thinks I knows all his passcodes because I'm one of those, right? Okay, I'm like, FBI ain't got shit on me, right? So I'm like, all right, I got something for him because I didn't know this passcode. I didn't even know this phone existed. So what I did was I charged the phone up. And I left it sitting.
Why did you charge the phone up?
Because I wanted to scare the shit out of him. So, which it worked. So I charged the phone up and then I left the phone sitting face up in plain view on top of like the console. So he know he didn't leave that phone like that, right? So when he got it, he was like for the next 2 or 3 days, he was like walking on eggshells trying to figure out if I got in the phone, if I didn't get on the phone. Like one of my friends was like, yeah, he think you done open up an investigation on his ass. I don't know what to do. In the phone. I never got in that phone.
Sick.
Oh, if it's any phone hackers,
the way y'all think,
please DM me or email me.
We always need a few of those.
Sheesh.
Because you know what? Y'all be playing games though with these phones. Y'all play real life games to see like, let me see to what crazy I could get her for my enjoyment.
I had a guy had a second phone, and guess what he did? He put like one of his friends' kids on as a screensaver, and he would leave it like on the passenger side. So like if I ever found it, it was like, oh no, that's such and such phone. Because like when you open it, it's somebody else's kids.
He put too much thought into
tricky.
That lie.
It gets sneaky links. Gets very, very tricky.
But it's not only men though. It's women too.
But women don't get caught.
No, yeah, I don't. But let me tell you something. It's one girl that thought she was slick. I used to deal with. Right, this was like years back, and I was like, I feel that you feel like you funny, man. You better not play with me. I was gonna tell you, like you feel me? Like don't, cause I'm gonna go. So I said,
what's your sign, real quick?
Gemini.
Okay.
So I know you like. Look. So
don't play with him.
So one time I think it was maybe like 7 o'clock. Mm-hmm. She had a son too. So she's like, I seen a phone call come in, but if y'all sitting chilling, y'all watching a movie, but I brush it off like. Look over the side.
Was it saved or was it just a number?
I'm not gonna say her son first name, but it's her son first name, and then they say school next, right? Like, like it's a school calling. Oh, tripping. Mm-hmm. And so like,
the school calling at night.
Like it's like 7, so I'm looking like
school closed.
Yeah. And then the only time like you get those late calls, I know it's like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Maybe it's like your son didn't make it to school today. Yeah. You know what I mean? He went to school that day. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So maybe like 2 weeks later, the phone is ringing, and she like, who is it? And I was like, oh, ain't nobody.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I'm like, I know I can't get played because I answered if it's a school. Let me see what's up. Hello? I'm like, don't even say nothing no more. That's the end of my
I
story.
mean, it could have been the principal.
That's the end of my story. But I was like, the
you know what?
principal.
You know what's a good way to be a
principal
sneaky
like
link?
Jacob. It could have been principal
No, I'm
like
women are so sneaky
She
on a
should
whole
have
nother
saved.
level.
She
Like,
should
y'all
have
sneaky
saved.
on a whole nother
Listen,
level.
instead of saving it as the school, she should have saved it as spam likely.
nah. You know what? You know what I do?
You're different.
Nah, I literally,
I'm body different.
Somebody is different.
literally, I save people as Spectrum.
No, my shit say spam likely.
Nah, I do Spectrum because it's like if a nigga looking at my phone, you're gonna look at it and either pay this bill for me, or you gonna be like, oh, the cable company calling you real quick. I'm like, man, because you know they call you 24/7.
Yeah.
So to me, Spectrum is the best because it's like, here they go. They always want money. Like I just paid them. Meanwhile, they're in the text. But it got to a point where one time I was really mad at a dude. Like I knew he was doing some shit, and he was like, "No, I'm being honest." He was like, "If you want, you can check my phone." So I said, "Cool, let me check it." He was like, "What?" I said, "Bitch,
he
you
think
just
he was gonna fall for it.
Yeah." I was like, pfft, shoes unlaced, everything. I fell. Let me see it. And he was just like, "Nah, why it even go in there?" I said, "You're pissing me off even more because what you did, you just didn't even like. That was for show." You should have just let me see the phone. I want to see the phone. And I was just so like pressed to see it. I said, say less. No problem.
That's the number
point.
one thing that don't make you look at a phone. Like, you want to see my phone? Like,
But the fact that you wouldn't let me, but I knew his iCloud password. And I was like, I don't need your password. So if I can't see your phone, you don't fucking need a phone.
See, like
I reset that.
You don't need a phone?
I reset that whole bitch. Put your Visa back in. Put your passwords back in. Your phone went back to factory
like, for
settings.
Me, I don't even need your code because, like,
Yes.
I always get the person's
But
passcode.
listen, if you're
on
gonna
the first
offer
date.
it, you're
on
gonna
the first
offer
date, I
it.
get your passcode because you're gonna put it in. You're not gonna be like guarding your passcode. You're not gonna be looking either. Me and my friends, because my friends are texting like, "Yo, this is his password." Like, say,
Ooh,
like
I love to sit in the back seat.
Oh, this is the password. Save it.
I love to sit in the
lit.
back. Listen, this is the front seat. This is me. While
Now you gotta
driving.
do it on this, but you gotta do it in the beginning. If he's not willing to give you his password, you have to do it in the beginning.
what happens if a man holds his phone? Like, if he's holds his phone?
Hey, what you doing?
Like, if y'all sitting in
But
the house
you know
together.
what?
If y'all sitting in the house together. and
Why
it-
is it
it's
so
like
up
this,
close on you like that? What you
Why is
typing
it
like
this?
that for?
Doesn't mean that he's cheating.
It's giving me very Revenge of the Nerds. Why are you sitting like that
Like
with
this,
your phone?
like this.
Just relax.
I
Your
seen
limbs
women-
are too tight.
I seen women.
No, the limbs are too up here. I need you relaxed. Like
Yeah.
this bitch ass
yeah,
nigga want. This is like, ooh, I don't want her to see. Yeah, you cooking, hon? Okay.